can't beat intelligence when it's coming straight from a guy that's in the inner circle.
He's connected. We believe the information he gave is real good.
So is it fair to say you think his own guys could have something to do with it?
Oh yeah, everybody wants to be the top dog out there.
You're going out into the mean streets.
Got one.
You never know what's gonna happen.
You were gonna shoot one of my friends is what you were gonna do.
Did you know the gun was in the car?
No.
You had no idea?
No.
I'm willing to work with you, but I gotta know that you have something good to offer us.
So what's the street saying?
Right now, it's all out war.
We have 2 bundles of cash, 2 keys of heroin.
You ever hear the saying, the truth sets you free?
You ever worked with the police before or no?
A lot of times, walking through receiving, you grab somebody cold that seems like they want to talk, or you start talking to staff to see maybe if they've talked to somebody that said something to them maybe about wanting to talk. Receiving is totally hit or miss.
New detainees arrive by the dozen every day at Chicago's Cook County Jail. Most of them have only been accused, not convicted of crimes, and are being held while they await trial.
Back again?
Call his ass up there.
You back again? For what? Come here. Damn.
Same boy.
You like jail?
Hell no.
Why you back?
When they come in here, they're defeated already. Once you come in, you already know I already lost for now. And let me latch on to whoever wants to listen to what I have to say. You used to be?
Yeah.
What, traveler?
No,
You a 4? What are you in for?
When's the last time you was in here? Messing up, man, for real.
Hey, it be like that sometimes.
I know.
It's over with though after this.
What can you do though? Help yourself out. Help me out. Nothing?
Can't sing or dance, blood. That ain't.
It's always the same song from us, except their response is a little different depending on where they're at in their lives.
What's up?
I don't know. Talk about what's going on in here, man.
What's going on in where?
In this county, sir.
How you know? You still got civilian clothes on, man. You ain't even been in the county yet. This is receiving, man. Where you from?
Oak Park.
What kind of case you got?
A domestic.
Domestic?
Sir, something I didn't even do it. That's what I want to talk about too. About what's going on with
We're not here to talk about your
okay.
case.
I ain't talking about the case. I was just trying to,
I thought you wanted to talk about something in court, man. Not about
man, I haven't ate, man, ever since Friday.
And now I look like the Pizza Hut delivery guy.
Finding a good informant is always a roll of the dice. But today, following a tip from jail corrections staff, Criminal Intelligence Unit investigators have plucked a new inmate with real potential. He's giving up inside information about a Mexican drug cartel operating in Chicago. Police already assume he's got the connections. They seized several kilos of cocaine from his car during a traffic stop. He's facing narcotics delivery charges and up to 60 years in prison.
As far as we know right now, he's just a driver, but he's a trusted driver. He's somebody they kept in the mix. They trusted him enough to give him locations, drop-off points, pickup points. So he's connected. We just don't know how far yet. He's not too crazy about coming forward. All the guys he was working with, the guys he was moving for, they pretty much left him in the dark. So he's got to fend for himself. He knows that.
The inmate, whom we'll call Caesar, declined to speak on camera. What he reveals to investigators is that he hauled drugs and money for 2 separate suppliers, one that runs cocaine and the other heroin. He says he made multiple trips to a house in Buffalo Grove, an affluent northwest suburb, to pick up large quantities of heroin.
We just have an address. It's a house right in the middle of the block. There's no names. Everything's nicknames, and that's how everybody knows each other. That's their way of concealment. They tell him how to get there. He jumps in the back of the truck, they hand him the bricks, drives away, takes it where he has to go. Comes back, 3 weeks later, drops off $500,000. A few weeks go by, he goes, picks up more bricks. So potentially at any given time, you might have $1 million worth of money in there or $1 million worth of product in there. One trip, he can make up to $55,000. The temptation's rough, even for somebody who's legit, working a real job, you're making $55,000 and drop off. That's pretty hard to pass by.
At this point, authorities have no proof of criminal activity at the target residence, only the informant's word. So Sheriff's Police investigator Larry Rivlin sends an undercover unit to watch the house. He and members of the Northwest gang team later follow in their own unmarked cars to conduct surveillance.
If we see any movement coming from the house, such as any vehicles coming and going, we're going to have other patrol cars take down that vehicle and try and ID the driver and our passengers. If we get lucky, we'll have someone coming out dirty, meaning they'll be carrying some heroin with them. If that's the case, we'll be able to possibly get a John Doe search warrant to search that residence. Thank you.
Just letting you know, someone keeps coming through the window next to the doorway. There they are again. Looking out the window. Not sure if they're looking for heat or if they're expecting somebody to show up and pick up a package.
Good.
All right, so we're just gonna go in and sit down this block,
Yes.
black out.
We're in position facing the house opposite you.
First floor.
Do you see movement in the far right window from your angle? Oh, there we go.
Either he's leaving.
Okay, lights are coming back on again.
Yeah, those blinds on the right are definitely shut now. This is weird.
I don't even let my kids out after dark.
50 miles away, on the opposite end of Cook County, a different kind of waiting game is playing out in Chicago's south suburbs, where Sheriff's Police are on the prowl for dope hustlers and gang members.
This job takes a lot of patience, especially when you're on drug dealer time. They don't have any fixed schedules at all. The criminals work 24 hours a day. Most of the people that we go after, those are gonna be your more aggressive criminals out here.
4947, go with your stop.
There was one criminal I talked to once before, and he told me he spent a lot of time in jail, he's not going back. He said that if I ever corner somebody who's been to jail before and they have nothing to lose and they don't want to go back to jail again, he says, you're gonna have to kill them because they're gonna try to kill you. And you just never know when you're gonna run into that person out here.
That's the reality that every cop faces on every stop.
Terry,
Yeah.
we got 32.
Look at that, and the hammer's back too. Ready to roll.
So did you know the gun was in the car?
No.
You had no idea?
No.
Okay. You gotta remember one thing. We do have the upper hand.
County. 6370, stand by. 4810-4, advise anytime you guys are going to your house.
763 County, a traffic stop.
We're going to 3110-4, so you guys have 169, 191, 191.
People are just more and more defiant out here nowadays. People want to make a name for themselves, and they feel like if they especially do something to a police officer, that makes a very big name for yourself. In the gang world, on the streets.
Police say that no call or stop is routine. The simplest thing, a car with expired plates, can lead to the unexpected.
You got one? Terry.
Yeah.
We got a 32. I know whose this is, my man, because I seen you reach behind this damn seat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, baby.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I seen you reach behind that seat, boss.
Yes, sir.
Look at that, and the hammer's back, too. Ready to roll. Are you going to try to kill us?
We advise the weapon that you're running with that serial number is coming back 99 out of Indiana.
Hey, Alan, you on there? Wow.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can't be used against you in court. You have the right to talk to a lawyer. The gun is stolen. It was loaded with a round in the chamber, and for whatever reason, the hammer was back.
Rolex.
We found other items that leads us to believe that these guys may have been part of a burglary ring.
Not mine. So I just got out of jail a month ago for the same thing.
You just got out of jail a month ago
for
possession of a firearm.
Possession of a firearm.
And you're asking me why would you have another gun?
Yeah, why would I have another gun? Why would I do it again?
I don't know, dude, but there's a gun right by you.
Hey, it wasn't mine. Not mine.
Come on.
It wasn't on me.
Yeah, it was. You got the hammer cocked back because you're going to kill somebody with it. You were going to shoot one of my friends is what you were going to do. But you thought it was only just one car was going to stop. That's exactly what happened.
I can't go back to jail, bro.
I ain't got shit to do with this, man. Long place, long time, I guess.
As they went to pull the vehicle over, they observed the passenger take with his arm and reach it behind the driver and kind of move downward like that. So they're believing that it belongs to the passenger.
The passenger's about to start talking, I can guarantee you that. It's a stolen weapon. I'm quite sure he doesn't have a gun card. I'm quite sure he has a criminal background, which means that it's definitely going to be a felony, which means he will not be getting out of jail tonight at all. Somebody's about to turn into a rat as soon as we get back to the lockup.
What began as a traffic stop has become a one-way trip to jail for both driver and passenger. The best chance for either man to go home tonight is by working with police. The driver, whose record includes a prior gun arrest, refuses to cooperate.
It's a holding spot for now.
His friend, on the other hand, says he'll play ball.
I'm willing to do anything. I'm saying, because I can't let my life go down the drain. I'm trying to get my life going. I'm only 18. I can't do this.
Whatever happened tonight, I wasn't there. Can you tell me what happened tonight? Did you know the gun was in the car?
No.
You had no idea?
No.
Okay. The gun's going to go to the Illinois State Crime Lab, and we're going to print it. So you being upfront and honest with us right now is going to help you out in the long run. So you're not going to have any kind of prints on it whatsoever?
Mm-hmm.
You think Mike's going to have prints on it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes or no?
No.
Well, someone's prints are going to be on it because somehow it got in that car.
No, I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Okay. I'm going to be real with you. I just got back now. The gun's still not a Hammond. So I'm willing to work with you. We're willing to work with you. But I got to know that you have something good to offer us.
You help me out. I can tell you anything.
Okay. When you say anything, what do you mean by anything?
I'm gonna put it to you like this. If I can go to work at 6 in the morning, that killing that just happened on 143rd and Clark,
How recent is this shooting you're talking about?
sometime this month, it was an old man, ran up in his house, tried to rob him, laid him down.
Yeah, I think I remember hearing about that. So you know who did that?
Yeah, basically. Well, I don't know them, but I know who did it.
We got to verify what you're telling us is true, though. I mean, is that going to be able to, are we going to be able to do that?
I mean, I can get names. I don't know them off the back of my head, but
You know, nicknames, cars.
Yeah, I know cars and where they hang out at. But I can get names from some of my people.
Okay.
They know exactly who they are.
Let's just say that doesn't pan out. What else could you give us?
I ain't saying no names yet till I know I'm walking out this door.
You're not gonna give us any information until you know what now?
Until I know I can go to work tomorrow.
You gotta remember one thing. We do have the upper hand. He wants to run the show as if he's holding the key. It doesn't work like that.
As far as information, solid information, I don't know if he actually has it or not. It's an open murder. Let's just hope he has something. Something more than just a nickname and what he might have heard.
Okay, great, thank you.
Investigators call in a detective who's handling the murder case for another department. They'll let him interview the detainee before deciding whether to send him to lockup.
If he gives them any good information that might lead to solving this murder, then we'll see what we can do as far as helping him on our end. But he needs to make a decision quick.
Next on The Squeeze.
These pickups and drop-offs are quick, 2-3 minutes tops.
That's the main target vehicle. We just gotta roll the dice. There's only one way you can help yourself. You ever hear the saying, the truth sets you free?
You want the new? My new, listen up. Once you get uncuffed, follow through here.
Timing means everything for both inmates and investigators at Chicago's Cook County Jail. Most detainees here are charged, but not yet convicted, including this man we're calling Caesar. Caesar's betting he won't beat his case in court, however, so he's cashing in a very big chip instead, his ties to a Mexican drug cartel.
He's connected. He's a trusted driver. He's somebody they kept in the mix. Right now, we believe the information he gave is real good.
Caesar's given up a house in northwest suburban Buffalo Grove, where he claims the cartel distributes drugs and money.
Allegedly, this is a pickup point for a lot of kilos of heroin. If it's still a spot that they're using, it might be a good hit.
All right, perfect. We'll be there in hopefully within 5 or 6 minutes.
Investigators immediately set up surveillance on the house and hope that Caesar's connections haven't heard he's in jail yet.
As soon as somebody gets caught, operations shut down, all the products moved, locations are moved. These guys, they don't play.
If we see any vehicles coming and going, we're going to have other patrol cars take down that vehicle and try and ID the driver and our passengers.
For the first 2 hours, the only activity they see is inside the house.
Oh, there we go. Either he's leaving.
Oh, your lights on again. Lights are out again.
There we go.
Look at this.
Maybe they got a clapper in there.
The individual is steady looking out the window, lights are going on and off. Kind of made you believe that somebody was coming, and after a while, the lights just went off.
Then things suddenly heat up.
Minivan. Checking out the target location now.
Here we go, guys. Copy?
Nope. He's just moving it. Got a white minivan coming up the street behind us.
White minivan coming at you.
We got another SUV too, man. This is Grand Central.
It looks like a Jeep.
You know what the CI said about the Jeep, right? This one doing their trafficking.
The driver of the white minivan out on foot, walking in through the driveway. There's a lot of people walking around in front.
These pickups and drop-offs are quick, 2 or 3 minutes tops, which is what the CI told us happens.
Yeah, he's pulling up.
Yep, backing out, that's gonna be the Jeep.
It's got Michigan plates.
It is Michigan plates.
That's the main target vehicle. We just gotta roll the dice.
Follow him out.
Yeah.
Give it some distance.
All right, this Jeep is southbound 83, southbound 83.
He probably don't know what to do yet.
Okay. We're behind. Hang on, stand by.
Going up?
Yep. Hey, how are you guys? Good. Oh, I'm sorry. Where do you guys live? Michigan. What are you doing out this way? Can you move your hand, please? Just making sure you have no weapons in the car, okay? Step out of the car 1 second, please.
Whose baby is it? It's hers? What's in the car? Then why are you worried about if he's looking in there? Who is she to you? Sister? Friend? Okay? Who's the friend you visit here in town?
Man, you're under arrest. Okay, you are. We'll talk about that when we get back to the station, okay? Hey, John. We don't need a canine. Plain view. Go headed back to Buffalo Grove PD. Fonseca, stay in the house. In the girl's little backpack, we have 2 bundles of cash, 2 keys of heroin.
Go again.
I can't even imagine how much money is here. More than I make in a year. The girl's trying to grab it. I looked inside to make sure I'm not going to give her a weapon and saw that.
There's only one way you can help yourself. You ever hear the saying, the truth sets you free? That's the only thing you need to be thinking about right now. You better start talking.
We need to go back to the house right away because there's going to be quite a bit more.
Police now have legal cause to search the target house with the owner's consent. But if he refuses, they'll ask a judge to issue a warrant. They'll also put the squeeze on those already in custody.
Right now, us taking down the car with product, we got a chance of that person rolling over now and leading up to a bigger fish. Timing is everything.
We're gonna need a couple uniforms over here.
Tell them we're moving in. We're moving in.
We're not done. We're gonna find something else, I feel.
I'm willing to work with you, but I gotta know that you have something good to offer us.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. If I can go to work at 6 in the morning, that killing that just happened on 143rd and Clark.
So you know who did that?
Yeah, basically.
It's time to put up or shut up for an arrestee on his way to jail. He says he can help solve a murder if police set him free tonight.
I ain't saying no names, just let me know I'm walking out this door.
So they call in a detective who's assigned to the homicide case. He meets with the detainee behind closed doors and, after a few short minutes, dismisses his credibility.
The only chip that he had, he just lost.
From my understanding, he sugarcoated. There's more to it. There's more to it than what you're giving up.
That's all I know. I'm saying what I know. I could easily get some names even if I could use the phone to get my man's number. That's all I know.
Well, now that chip's kind of off the table. I mean, do you have anything?
I told y'all what I know. Just come on, man.
Just want to get charged?
I ain't tell no more. This shit crazy. told y'all what I know. Y'all can't even go with that. Then anything else I can say.
Okay, we're done.
He had that chance, but I think that he was either bluffing or he didn't want to give up that information.
Yeah, Ben.
Police will charge the detainee and his accomplice with carrying an illegal firearm. If convicted, each man could wind up serving 1 to 3 years behind bars.
He was very upset going downstairs. He actually called us bitch-ass cops. So, I mean, he knew he was expired at that point. He's gonna load up on that bus with, another 50, 60 inmates. They're gonna take that long road down there. As soon as he walks in, they're gonna hear people screaming, on the new, saying that he's a new inmate coming in. He's gonna have to basically prove himself. He's a big guy. That might work against him though, because people might start messing with him to see what he has. He's only 18 years old. He's still a young kid. It's gonna be a hard time for him. It's gonna be a real hard time.
Just keep your hands together.
While one potential informant strikes out, another delivers police a bona fide home run.
We have 2 bundles of cash, 2 keys of heroin.
But the spoils don't end there. Investigator Larry Rivlin learns that a second vehicle has left the target house, so another police unit pulls that car over and finds even more bundles of cash.
We need to go back to the house right away because there's going to be quite a bit more.
Time is of the essence.
Jamie, we're going to need a couple uniforms over here.
Tell them we're moving in. We're moving in. I can't see anything. Here it comes.
Hi, how are you, sir? Open the door, please.
It just looked to us like the individual who lived there wasn't the main guy or anywhere hooked up to be one of the main guys. The guy's living there with his wife and kids. It's a family. It just seems like a regular home. And that's probably how most of these spots are, the distribution spots.
He states he's just a mechanic and people bring their cars here to get fixed and there's no trafficking whatsoever going on. But you saw how the money and the heroin was packaged. The machine is back there that packaged it. He did give consent to search, and we'll be searching the inside of the house with the dogs. We have a helicopter to search the backyard. Hopefully the helicopter will give us enough light.
There's a creek that runs behind the house. Allegedly, they were stashing the heroin inside the creek, according to the CI. It was real shallow. I don't think they were using it anymore.
Got something, Craig?
Investigators scour the property for evidence. They recover what they believe to be more drug money and packaging, but no narcotics.
We have 4 offenders in custody. We'll put them on hold for investigation. Tomorrow we'll have a good, nice long conversation with them. Right now we're going back to Buffalo Grove Police Department and inventory the cash and the heroin. These bags, some of them are numbered. 25, 30. So it's $30,000 right here. Or at least that's what whoever counted it before did. Again, we're going to have the bank count it, but we added it all up. It looked like about $185,000 cash. This is 2.2 pounds, a kilo of heroin.
You guys are gonna bust in the counter, right?
No. Inventory it as is, take it right to the bank, put it in the counter. It's over 10 grand, not even worth counting.
Can I just touch it? Can I just lay on it and make it?
Now that the jailhouse informant, nicknamed Caesar, has proven himself, investigators plan to work with him further. He's already vowed to give up even bigger targets within the Mexican drug cartels. But they run into a brick wall when federal authorities intervene a few days later. The feds suspect that Caesar is more than just a driver for the cartel. They've linked him to a particularly savage homicide, the kind that the cartels are known for.
These are homicides meant to send a message. They're not just going up to somebody and killing them. They're tying them, they're torturing them. It's pretty serious. He might not ever get out of jail, so we're at the point now we can't help him. You know, obviously his past came back and caught up with him. It came to light right after the operation. When we get to meet them, all we see is what they're in for, face value. All these individuals always seem real nice when they're in here. You know, real calm and collected. You just don't know what they're like outside in the streets.
When the squeeze continues.
A lot of gangs want to claim it, you know, they get points off of this. You kill the leader.
Somebody's gonna get famous off this murder. You and I both know that.
Somebody's in the glory right now, laughing, cheering, smiling. They killed me.
Had a shooting Saturday around 7 o'clock, 24th and Washington area allegedly belonging to the Satan Disciples. #1 man in the area, he gets gunned down. The individual didn't even live in the city anymore. He was out here hanging out on the block, and that's where he was born and raised, and that's where he came back to die. You know, obviously this is something that could affect us inside the jail. So we got to be on our toes. We have guys on standby in case there's any retaliation. The old "what happens in the street stays in the street" motto might not be around too much longer. We start pitching out to all our guys from, you know, these areas. What have you heard? What's going on? What's the word? Here it is. Bottle of tequila, Bobby D, House Zone, right on the box. Put a table and everything out here. They're keeping it on the hush-hush, nobody's saying anything, nobody knows what happened. A lot of gangs want to claim it, you know, they get points off of this. You kill the leader. You see them guys looking right out the window. You see it's 12 o'clock, 12:30. They're out on the block already doing security.
One gangland murder in Chicago can trigger a dozen more. And when a gang chief is slain, the fallout can spread from the streets to Cook County Jail in an instant. For authorities, keeping a lid on the compound and on Bobby D's neighborhood means working together with inside sources.
We're gonna go see a guy from the same gang, see if he's received any phone calls or heard anything. So what's the street saying?
They believe it was Latin Kings, but it's not for sure yet. Right now, it's all out war now. Because they don't know who did it. It's all out war with everybody. You know, deuces, 2-2 boys. It don't matter who you are.
Till they find out who.
They're just gonna kill till they find out.
Right.
Or hear something and then kill some more. You know what I mean? And if you think about it, it's stupid. You're gonna kill all these people, you know? And you don't know who did it. But what hides in the dark always comes to the light, you know what I mean?
This inmate, who we'll call Tito, is fighting a drug possession case and is currying favor with authorities.
Bobby D, he was loved by the shorties, you know? A lot of folks from all over the city is gonna be at the funeral. And that's what's gonna reunite everybody. Some crazy thoughts of retaliation. And I guarantee everybody at the funeral is packing.
There's gonna be some bullshit out there, you know that.
And it's kind of sick, man. But we get more respect when we go to a funeral and catch some more guys after we just did one of theirs and they're all at the funeral. Because that's where you get them all. Come on, man. They're sitting ducks, sitting in a funeral parlor. You know, you have 4 guys run around it with AKs. Everybody's gonna get something. Even innocent people. You know? But that's the way of life, man.
Yeah, you guys sign up for that shit, though. You know what I mean? Basically, right? I mean, let's keep it real. You sign up for it.
Yeah. And you know, they say there's no way out, man. Besides death. It's looking that way. whoever did this, for his sake, I think he'd rather be caught in here than out there. You know, he might have a better chance to live. You know, maybe not though.
Yeah, depending on where he lands here.
Depends where he gets poked to.
Yeah,
you know?
No doubt. You know what's gonna be going on out there. It's gonna get ugly. He's gonna find out when the funeral is and get all the details for us. And then maybe we can get the surveillance team out there. And they can shoot faces and get plates and do all that stuff. Because right after that, there'll be a shooting. Right after the funeral, and some guys start getting liquored up, start smoking, they'll send some shorties out to do something stupid. I'm gonna hide you like you did before.
Gang chiefs meet violent fates all the time. But now, Chicago police are being targeted with alarming frequency. 3 officers lost their lives this past summer, each gunned down in separate incidents.
No words can express to the families the loss of loved one. I hope this memorial explains to you the love and affection we have for their sacrifice.
We will now hear the names of all of Chicago's fallen heroes.
People out here nowadays just don't have respect for police anymore. So, you know, for them to shoot at a police officer, for them to fight a police officer, for them to be combative with a police officer is nothing. I mean, back in the day, that was the last thing you would think of trying to do, but they don't care anymore.
I don't give a what it say on there.
They don't care at all.
Down my face.
There used to be a code to the street. Before you went and did some type of criminal activity, you had to get the blessings from the gang itself, whoever was in charge. Now, they have the affiliation, but they're more independent.
You've got guys associated with street gangs, but really not under the ultimate control of them, that are extremely violent and not concerned with the consequences.
A changing gang culture isn't the only factor to blame. Members of the Chicago PD argue that a growing shortage of officers has left them on the defensive. Many are calling for the police superintendent's resignation.
Problem is we need manpower. There is no manpower on the streets. And you can't protect your own anymore. We're outgunned, we're outnumbered.
Right now, we're seeing all around us police departments that are collapsing, police departments that are being cut to a fraction of their size, and we're being asked to fill the void. Dozens and dozens of towns and villages are calling me weekly to come and take over their police functions because they can't afford it anymore. I will be struggling to maintain just what I have now, which is a police force that I have not been replacing people as they retire because I have no money for that. My budgets are being sliced and diced. Something's got to give, and unfortunately what's giving is in the communities.
Next on The Squeeze.
Is it fair to say you think his own guys could have something to do with it?
There's tons of angles, and these guys work them all, believe me.
So what's the word? What are the streets saying?
They believe it was the Latin Kings, but it's not for sure yet. You know, right now, it's all out war now. You know, because they don't know who did it.
1 week after the murder of an alleged gang chief, the mystery remains who pulled the trigger.
Somebody's gonna get famous off this murder. You and I both know that.
Somebody's in their glory right now, laughing and cheering and smiling at the killed one. But what goes around comes around.
Police have ramped up their presence on Bobby D's block, and his funeral passes without incident. Many suspect that a rival gang carried out the slaying, But authorities are pursuing another theory.
Could be an inside job. My personal opinion is that the victim knew something was going to happen. The family knew something because prior to him going out, there was communication via text. Something's going to happen to your kid. So there's got to be somebody in your inner circle. I have an idea who the shooter is, but we just got to put the puzzle together. And what I've done is I grabbed about 4 informants, guys that living on the block. The more people you hear the story from, then you put the story together. So is it fair to say you think his own guys could have something to do with it?
Oh yeah, everybody wants to be the top dog out there. You got this block versus that block, this hood versus that hood. Ain't no love out there for nobody.
Is it fair to say this guy could be the shooter?
Yeah.
Knowing that the police are out there daily, what is the game plan?
Police think they can shut us down and be on every corner. We know exactly when you guys are expecting us to go retaliate. We're just letting time pass by. We're basically waiting to see when we find our opportunity.
Investigators have all kinds of leads, but nothing solid enough to make an arrest. They know it's only a matter of time before Bobby D's killing sparks more bloodshed. Whether it's his block or countless other hotspots across Chicago, police find it harder than ever to maintain a presence everywhere they need to.
They're sizing us up. What can we get away with?
The result, a city that feels less safe, while the criminals grow emboldened.
When I first came to gangs, years back, we spent an entire summer working a 2-block section in Chicago Heights. An entire summer. That's how much it took.
Anything that moves look like it's getting stopped.
When you hit an area with a large number of officers, you're taking that street crime away because they don't know where the next police car is going to turn from, and the volume of calls will drop.
10-8, bro.
But when you pull off and move to the next area, they just come right back again. The people you locked up are locked up. Somebody else will take their spots. And the cycle continues. Every department is down. We all have to work under budgets, and we all have to be responsible and do the best we can with what we have. The worst thing that we want to hear is that we have to do more with even less.
Before 2010 is over, 3 more Chicago police officers are shot and killed, raising the total to 6. It's a record high for any year in more than 2 decades.
119 next, tour secured, soon custody.
The question that's on every cop's mind, when do we reach the breaking point?
Whose gun's that?
I don't know. I keep telling you, I don't know.
Bottom line to that is the story don't stick up because now we got a gun. You understand what I'm saying? With guns doesn't add up when I just found a gun 1.5 foot from your hand. After you ducked back in the car when we pulled up.
Every day is different. You talk about stress and adrenaline.
Sheriff, please search for us!
You have to be able to immediately ramp it up to address a level of violence that may result in death. Everybody has their own way to try and deal with it, and they have to have their own way. You can't keep that bottled up inside. At the end of the night, we'll all talk about the things that we experience. Dispersing that pain amongst a group of friends is really what gets you through complicated days. I trust these guys with my life.
You all good, guys?
You good?
All right, man.
These guys have my back. I know that they do. I don't have to turn around and worry about who's going to be there. One of them will be.
Street and Page. 6370 County. 763 County, driver's side.
4810-4, advise anytime you guys are in the remote. 6370 stand by, make it for the